BS News.
This is Richard Thorndike with BS News for Monday, the 7th of June, 2010. Dateline the Gulf War. This weekend, Coast Guard Admiral Thad Allen compared the oil spill in the Gulf to a war being waged against the 4 states threatened the most. Unfortunately, if it is a war, Mississippi Governor Haley Barbour has shown signs that he may be on the side of the oil. Barbour continued to deny there was any danger from oil on the coast of Mississippi, encouraging tourists to, quote, come on down. It's not clear how that will affect Barbour's political career, but my sources tell me he's been offered a job as a product tester for Toyota. Dateline Breakers Row. Finally, yesterday, Rush Limbaugh got married for the 4th time. 4 marriages. Between his divorces and the seat of his pants, Rush Limbaugh has seen a lot of ugly splits. El Rushbo's bride was a 33-year-old woman, and nobody was happier to hear about her marriage to Rush Limbaugh than the umpire who blew the call on the perfect game. Now, he's just remembered as the person who made the second worst decision of the past week. BS News has exclusive audio of a collection of homophobes protecting traditional marriage for the 4th time.
If I was a sculptor, but then again...
That's right, you can actually hear Elton John, who sang at the wedding, reportedly for a fee of $1 million. It all goes to prove that people will do weird things for money. But then you knew that from the fact that somebody was actually marrying Rush Limbaugh in the first place. I'm Richard Thorndike for BS News. Have a great week.
Tremendous! Yeah. Even more bizarre than the fact that Rush Limbaugh got married for the 4th time was the fact that Elton John sang at the wedding. Did Elton John lose a bet? Did I miss it? Who should be really thrilled about that? You know who probably planned it? His new wife is probably very, 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 very smart and calculating. Because, quite frankly, we would all be talking about her today and the age difference. Because they've been together since, 2004? Which means she was 27 years old when he started to date her. Ugh. But see, we're talking about Elton John instead of her today, which is very smart on her. I have to give her props for that. Very, very smart. Very smart. There's no photos of the wedding. This might be another first in that there were no pictures of the bride that this is the first time I ever saw a bride say, no cameras, please. I never saw anything like that. But people are just sitting there wondering what in the world would Elton John be doing playing at Rush Limbaugh's wedding when, Rush Limbaugh is obviously, a little homophobic there. And Elton John is out there, advocating for gay marriage so I started thinking, well, let's see, what do they have in common? Because that always helps, right? And I realized that not only did Rush have $1 million and Elton John wanted $1 million apparently, but Elton John's out there advocating for gay marriage and Rush Limbaugh is advocating for serial marriage. So there's something there, right? Because Rush has said things like the sanctity of marriage, and Elton John playing at Rush's wedding while Rush is saying the sanctity of marriage after the 4th time kind of makes it all very laughable, doesn't it? So I don't know. I mean, Rush Limbaugh is today the most convincing argument there is against any sort of sanctity of marriage. So it worked out for me, in my mind. I am surprised you didn't have the band that played Barack the Magic Negro, though, which apparently is allowed on the public airwaves. I find it fascinating. I really do. First, I was like, what the hell is she thinking? And then, of course, she was smart enough to say, hey, let's make the conversation. What the hell is Elton John thinking? Very shrewd.